Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 1. In this presentation, we will discuss about the importance of weeds. Before that, let me introduce my members. First, Adinda Dyah Maharani with study number 189. Second, Asa Tsania Khoirunnisa with study number 190. Third, Muhammad Rizal Setiawan with study number 191. Fourth, Mutiara Fitriyani with study number 192. There are three subjects. First, understanding of weights. Second, with advantage. Third, with losses. First, understanding of weeds. Weeds are integral part of an agricultural system. Nuisance plants are defined as plants that grow inappropriately, unwanted plants, or plants that can be harmful because this plant will become the main competition for cultivated plants. Nuisance plants can also host certain pests and diseases that can damage and harm crops. Under certain conditions, which can also reduce the quality and quantity of crop yields, and in extreme conditions, which can be toxic to consumer. So, kinds of plants said to be weeds. Plants are called weeds depending on where the plant grows and develops. Plants are said to be weeds if they grow among cultivated plants, grow in irrigation system or other places where their presence is undesirable and can cause harm. Plants that grow in an area which is vegetation from a certain environment cannot be said to be weeds.
Weeds in the agricultural ecosystem are divided into disturbing and non-disturbing. Refugia is an area on obtrusive wetland because of its role as a microhabitat that provided spatial and or temporal shelter for natural enemies of pests such as predators and parasitoids, and support component of biotic interaction in ecosystems such as pollinator or pollinating insects. Refugia plants have the potential to support system mechanisms which include improving the availability of alternative foods such as nectar, pollen, and honeydew. Weeds are also one of the limiting factors that interfere with plants' growth in the production process because weeds have better competitive power than cultivated crops. Competition between weeds and cultivated plants can occur at any time, and can take place in it can take place in various places and seasons because weeds have very good and weeds of adaptability in various conditions. Casasin 1971. There is competition between staple crops and weeds. On the other hand, because weeds generally have higher competitiveness, some of the nutrition element availability in the soil will be absorbed by weeds. As a result, their nutrition elements are not availability to plants, or if there are nutrition that can be absorbed by plants, the number are not optimal and are not suitable for plant needs.
Now we will talk about with advantage. With advantage. The advantage first, protecting soil from erosion, for example, Imperata cylindrica, Paspalum conjugatum, Asonopus compressor, and Chinodon dactylon, which spreads on the soil surface. Second, fertilize the soil, for example, Centrosema pubescens, Pueraria javanica, Calopogonium mons, and sea cream. 3. As a substitute host for insect pests or pathogens such as Cytorinus leaf and Synedrella nutriflora as natural enemies of Nila parvata lugens. Coccinella arcuata, and Ludwigia histopifolia, natural enemies of N. 4. Pest insect parasitoids, for example, Diadema using Vernonia cinerea, natural enemy of Plutella silostella, a cabbage Patigaster orizae, on Acheratum conizoides, a natural enemy of Urceolea orizae. 5. A striped crop. For example, Tripsacum laxum, a platylenchus, loose in T. Titonia diversifolia, a Regidoporus lines in Flaminia congesta. 6. As a berry plant, for example, Tagetes patula in Meloidogina hapla. 7. The source of organic material, Cyperus special, Rhynchospora, crown, and Eleocharis. 8. As a raw material for industry, for example, Lepinorea articulata. And then with losses. First is competition between the main plants, thereby reducing production capacity. There is competition in extracting water, nutrients from the soil, less and scope. 2. Infiltration of the quality of agriculture production. For example, contamination of seeds by weed seeds. 3. Allelopathy, namely the release of chemical compounds by weeds that are toxic to other plants, thus damaging their growth. 4. Disruption of the smooth running of the farmer's work. For example, the presence of Amaranthus spinosus spines, Mimosa spinosa among the cultivated plants.
Next 5. Intermediaries or sources of disease or pest in plant. For example, Lersia hexandra and Synodon dactylon are host plant for pests in rice. 6. Human health problem. For example, there is a wheat bush essence causes allergies. 7. Increase the cost of agricultural business. For example, increasing energy and time in working the land, weeding, repairing gutters from with that clog irrigation water. 8. Water width reduce the efficiency of the irrigation system. The most disturbing and widespread being water hyacinth. There is wastage of water due to evaporation and also reduces water flow. Next. 9. Over a long period of time, the losses due to weed can be greater than the losses due to pest or disease. In developing countries, Indonesia, India, Philippines, Thailand, the losses from weed are as large as the losses from pests. Thank you.